Welcome back to my garage. As you can see, it's pretty jam-packed in here, especially how I parked 2 cars in here. Not a lot of room. I got my workbench here, got my new cabinets that I installed the other week, setting up all the pegboard. But to make a little more space, I need more space. To get more space, we got this garage ceiling storage lift, 4x4. So my plan with this is to install it here. Hopefully the spacing's good between the rafters. And my plan is to convert this to a work table. Let's open this sucker up. This whole thing should just lift up. I'm all for easy packaging. Okay. Fleximounts GL1. We got some cables, installation guide, some tape, that then. Where my Vietnamese people at? What does that mean? We got some lag bolts, J-hooks, some nylocks, some makeshift tools and Allens. All right, so essentially it's gonna look like this. Roll up and down with a hand crank, which I could attach my drill there to raise and lower it. Let's take out all this foam. We have a template, and we have our rack. Unravels just like a gate. Then we have our template. Oh, this whole thing is our template. Oh, okay. Look at that. That's pretty clever. Essentially, I have to find the studs and just put this wherever the studs are. Essentially, these brackets in the exact spot it needs to go. Check the spacing of your ceiling joist to ensure spacing of ceiling bracket number 7 and ceiling bracket with pulley number 8 is 48 inches. You can't see my lines, but there's my line. So the joists do go side to side. I'm gonna say I've streamlined a way to find the studs. I'm just gonna find the stud or where the stud should be, and then get a magnet and find the screw, the drywall screw. Then essentially I'm gonna do that everywhere. So, oh my goodness, I've ran into a dilemma. You go up these stairs, these steps. You can see the previous line there, and 4 feet out would be somewhere around there, but this is the next stud, the next rafter, right? 4 feet from there to there would lead us to 4 feet from here, and we'd be really close to this. We wouldn't be able to open this. So I can always remount this thing. It doesn't have to live wherever I mount it, but it probably will, if we're being honest. You know, even if I mount it and can't open this door, I'm gonna have this thing on sawhorses, so I'll be able to move it off to the side. Because the only thing I need in here is my Ryobi chargers, which is kind of important. You know, you plan things on paper and it's not as simple as it seems. Alright, get this up. Alright, you're probably wondering, how accurate is your method? How accurate is the stud finder? Good enough? We got oil stains on this thing. I feel like this portion could be like a two-man job. Literally just gonna shoot for my line to get down or the tape slips. Okay, so that took longer than I thought. Should have recorded it because this thing just kept falling down on me. I mean, essentially the cable's gonna be here. So I'll be able to peek this open. Even then I can swing it over to get something inside. I'm hoping this works. I'm gonna drill the pilot holes and just hope I don't drill into nothing. We marked it, we drilled it. Okay, that's not going anywhere, hopefully. Install axle with rope. Pay attention to the direction of the gearbox before inserting axle. Alright. Kind of heavy, but manageable. Ooh, I'm gonna slide this side in. Cool. And then, oh, look at that. Oh, it's like magic. Button head that goes through. We have these Allens. Snug them up. Snug her down. Snug. And then this one keeps the axle, just lets the axle slide out and extend. Okay. Nice. Outside and do not cross. Loop this through. Throw a nylock and a washer. Washer and your nylock. Ensure ropes are not tangled. Something a little funny. I feel like there's too much slack. And per manufacturer, this is just a safety cable. There shouldn't be any tension on this one. Let's do all the way up. And I'm just literally watching the wires, making sure they don't get tangled. So let's bring it back down. Make sure nothing gets tangled. Obviously I need to level it still. That took about 2 hours with filming and figuring out what I was doing. Alright, so this is a rough draft of what it's gonna look like. Figured if I needed to cut longer material, I could just scoot this down. Right now there's not really much tension on here. We're on the sawhorses. It's on that little grate, but I'd probably put some wood under there, some 2x4s to make it more stable. But yeah, for now, this is what it looks like. All my stuff. Should probably screw all that stuff down. Even this plywood that's messed up. So still a little crooked, but it hasn't fallen down. It's been about a week since I've hung this up, and it's been sitting above this car, which there's no dents on the head, so I guess that's good. So let's bring this down. And as you can see, I have my Evolution metal chop saw, Ryobi sander, and bench grinder with wire wheel. Gonna figure out a dust collection system here for this, but for now this just sits on the sawhorses, and for the most part it's steady enough for what I'm doing, at least.